the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Our game tonight featuring the... And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And guys, it has it.
DA, take it away.
Well, Ben Simmons was the top-rated player in high school and in college. But a fractured bone in his foot cost him his first NBA season. He said, "A lot of people forgot about me. You have to build yourself up again. And for me, I wanted to prove myself again." Kevin, we all agree he's done just that.
He sure has. First NBA All-Star ever out of Australia. Thanks, David. A lot of speed out there, Chris. Should be a track meet tonight. You played in a number of systems. Did you prefer a faster game or a slower pace?
Oh, I preferred the fastest game. That's why I love the West Coast play. Now, you got some teams changing that, especially when you look at Milwaukee and Toronto. They play like West Coast teams, but, oh, I love the West Coast style of play, and I love playing fast. It's a lot more fun for everyone.
It is. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Raptors, Anunoby out there with Ibaka. Then there's Davis. Then there's Lowry. And it's McCaw in at the 3 spot. Now here's Richardson. And here's Embiid. Here's Simmons. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul goes against Toronto.
Well, growing up in Australia, Ben Simmons played lots of Australian rules football. When you watch him play, that's the toughest you see.
He's off on the first.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
And he's good on the second.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can, at times, be unstoppable.
The shot by Lowry, no good. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Aggressiveness is everything, and they certainly played with a ton of it to get that win. Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
Richardson against Davis. Richardson, no luck. Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. McCaw with the bucket.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
Harris looking it over. Here's Horford. The 76ers with another miss.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
Richardson against Davis. Lowry. And Embiid pulls it down.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Chalk up 2 there.
That was a long time coming. Took them 5 attempts to get their first bucket.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
And let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Simmons. First in steals, 5th in assists, And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And as you said, #1 in steals this season. He's the sneakiest ball hawk in the league right now. Hide everything you've got because he's coming after you. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession wasted.
Toronto leading by 5. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Lowry passes to Anunoby. He feeds it to Ibaka. Embiid with the steal. There's the steal. And oh, here we go. Lowry's got the fast break chance.
A 5-time All-Star. Lowry has come a long way since being drafted 24th overall back in 2006.
Chris, what would you tell a young player that maybe a couple years ago burst onto the scene, were sensational, but have been plateauing, maybe even regressing a little bit?
I tell them success is a journey. That even if they would have won a Rookie of the Year award last year or a championship, that doesn't make them successful if they don't come with that same work ethic the next year. So if you've had a down year, that does not matter. You're supposed to learn from it and make this year better as well. So I would say get back to the drawing board, get back to working hard, watch a lot of tape, be honest with yourself, and focus on how to get better. Now, positive mentality, let's go forward.
Good direction. And the second free throw, good. And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
Simmons dishes to Harris. The 76ers again can't hit it. Raptors leading by 6. Outside Lowry. And the pass to Anunoby. On the clock. Outside for Lowry. Off target from outside.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
And you look at Joel Embiid, maybe the best two-way big man, Chris, in the NBA today. If there's anything he needs to work on, what would that be?
Well, I still think that there's room for growth as far as his playmaking. I mean, Kevin, he's going to command double teams on a nightly basis. So it's all about taking advantage of the defense for sending that extra man.
And the first one drops. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Well, the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer, he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Raptors leading by 4. Hooked away. Lowry kicks to Anunoby. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. Just 5 on the clock. Davis in the corner. Over Richardson. And the Raptors miss again.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
On the wing, Harris. While recovering, Harris passes to Richardson. And here is Simmons. Lays it up off the glass. Simmons got 5 now.
Embracing the physicality of the game. Simmons, he's used to getting knocked around a bit on the way up, but he's okay.
Pass to Davis. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Richardson. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
And when they kept getting all those gifts, they took advantage. Turnovers don't mean anything unless you turn them into points.
On the wing, Harris. He had 16 points in the win against Boston.
Yeah, and his energy level in that game was amazing. He did all that work offensively and controlled the boards, too.
Davis against Richardson. Davis kicks to McCaw. Outside for Lowry. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And Simmons slams it in.
Oh, the quick hands of Simmons. He's great at realizing when to risk going after steals.
Simmons against Lowry. And he uses the glass on the layup. Lowry's got his second bucket tonight.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Richardson outside. Six on the shot clock. He sinks the 11-footer.
He doesn't play around. If the bucket's there for him, he's going to get it.
The Raptors have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Pass to Anunoby. Outside for Lowry. No good with the triple.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
Lets a floater go, and it's finished off by Richardson as he lays it in. Richardson's got it all tied up now for Philadelphia. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Fans, broadcasters love to see teams get out and attack in transition. Would you like to see the league crack down on intentional fouls that will halt that break, slow down that break, stifle that break?
No, because the home fans or the fans of the team that's fouling doesn't want that team to get out and get an easy 2 points. I mean, we still have to have defense in the game, so anything that takes away from teams scoring, you just can't say, well, we want to watch them score, don't do it. No. And very honestly, if you're an unselfish team, usually on those breaks, it's usually because a player holds the ball too long.
Right.
Usually they have another open player in front of them that they can pass it up to. And if you're an unselfish team, usually you'll still give the fans what they want. And that's a crazy highlight of the play.
New group in now for the Raptors. Boucher is checked in. Johnson comes in for OG Anunoby. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And Thomas subbed in for Davis. Pass to McCaw. He kicks it to Johnson. A floater, and he lays it up and in. And the Raptors lead by 2.
And at 6'7", Johnson has the height to bang down low. He's terrific at getting quality shots in the post.
The pass to Simmons. O'Quinn trying to free himself up. Shot's good by Simmons. Simmons got 9.
terrific at penetrating inside. The mobility Simmons possesses at his size, amazing.
McCaw, the pass to Boucher. Over O'Quinn. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Here's Thibault. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Here's McCaw. He had 13 points in the win against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Yeah, and don't forget about his passing. I mean, he didn't forget about his teammates. He was spreading the ball all over the floor.
Toronto needs to get off a shot. From deep, Thomas. He can't hit that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Inside, here's Thibault. Doesn't go that time. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. Trailing by 2. Here's McCaw. He's got 5. To the middle. O'Quinn with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
A problem inside. That's what he is. Once Simmons gets the ball in the positioning that he wants, he goes for the throwdown.
Here's McCaw. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And Thomas, here we go. Over to the wing. Here's Boucher. And the 3 ball is good.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Here's Thibault. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Toronto called for the foul. For Philadelphia, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
That one is off.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
Good on the second free throw. Chris, you're talking about the Philly fans. They were even booing their team in that conference semifinal round against Toronto.
Yeah, they got nervous with the season on the line. You can't take it personal. In Philly, they love you just as much as they boo you.
He gets that one. And that'll tie this game up.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Scott finds Simmons. 1:15 left to play in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. On baseline, Jay buries the jump shot. Simmons got 13.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Here's McCaw. 5 points in the game. Passes it to Thomas. He dishes it to Johnson. Thomas feeling it out a bit. It's good. Thomas. Here's Thibault. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Simmons left side, and they double up Simmons. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Look, I love how Simmons makes his teammates better. He's consistent at looking to get them going.
Here's McCaw. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. The feed now to Thomas. Knocked away. One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Philadelphia ahead, leading by just 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And Serge Ibaka talked about his skill set and how it complements Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam and what he brings to the team.
Bring my defense toughness, my experience playing with those two guys, one of the best in the game right now, and then helping those two here, and with my experience, what I learned, I think I can help the team a lot. Energy and both hands on the floor.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, GA, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Korkmaz is out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Scott. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Ennis in at the small forward position. The 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Well, how often do we hear it, Greg? I mean, you got to take care of the basketball. I mean, they got to be much more disciplined.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. Here's Thomas. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Just when it comes to offensive rebounding, who does the best job of creating second chance opportunities now?
Oh, it's 2 names. Andre Drummond, Steven Adams. And the toughest part about it is, as a defender, you don't only have to worry about guarding your man, going over and helping, but then you have to worry about guys that are just hanging out in the rebound painted area, just waiting for their turn. And so it takes the wind out of you, it tires you out, but also your mental focus that game is all over the place, because no matter what you're doing, you always have to come back to the thought, oh no, now box out, because this guy's a beast on the boards.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the Raptors. And both free throws good for Thomas.
Oh, he's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Simmons against Lowry. Clock at 6. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Lowry. Here's Johnson. Can't hit that one. Nice D from Scott.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
O'Quinn, and O'Quinn slams it in.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Here's Lowry, and the Raptors miss again. 76ers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's foul number 2 for him.
I appreciate the aggression, but that's already his second foul. He's got to play it a little safer now.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Stanley Johnson. Then for the 76ers, Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Tobias Harris comes in for Mike Scott. And it's Richardson in for Ben Simmons. Embiid, the pass to Richardson. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Brady's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
The first one falls. OG Anunoby's checked in for Toronto. Davis comes in for Thomas. The 76ers also with a sub. Horford's checked in. And Richardson drops them both. Raptors have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Lowry against Richardson. It's Davis with the drop. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Embiid.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Toronto shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Lowry against Richardson. Shot clock at 6. Harris outside. Shoots it. It's good. This game is all even. Harris has got his first bucket in this one.
The dribbling maneuvering of Harris, I mean, just an absolute genius with the ball in his hands.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Lowry against Richardson. Ibaka outside. From deep. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. Harris against Lowry. Richardson left side. Here's Embiid. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Richardson against Lowry. Outside, Davis. Lowry against Horford. Right side, Davis. And good that time. Davis has got 5 now.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Richardson kicks to Korkmaz. Left side, Harris from 12 feet out. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. There's one of the most versatile scorers in the game, Tobias Harris. He had some great teachers, too, including Hall of Famer George the Iceman Gervin.
Yeah, well, check this out, Kevin. His father was Gervin's agent late in his career. I mean, from age 10, Tobias got to train at Gervin's facility every summer, and they still work out to this day. That's a real one. Harris learning from a great how to get buckets.
First one falls for him. Chris, middle of last season, plenty of drama around the AD trade request. Davis wanting to leave New Orleans. Some say all publicity is good publicity, but Commissioner Silver clearly does not agree.
Yeah, I don't agree either, and I think if you go back, the Lakers would say that's a self-inflicted wound. Some things are best left in the locker room. Let me tell you this. Every team tried to trade for AD except the team that didn't have him last year and maybe the Golden State Warriors. So everyone was out there. It just wasn't the rumors. And so, no, you never really like those rumors. They affect young players. They affect the player that may be being traded for. They affect the home fan base. They affect everyone. So you want to try to keep all of that in-house. Some things are better left unsaid.
Shots good by Ibaka.
Yeah, high percentage look there for Ibaka. He can be automatic in there when given room.
Richardson the bounce pass. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Monday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers.
And for that matchup against the Nets, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick'em game, depending on how they play.
And he knocks down the first one. And Richardson drops them both. Here's Lowry. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
I mean, and you look at his free throw numbers. I mean, this shows you how much pressure he put on the defense.
Here's Anunoby, guarded by Harris. To the inside, Ibaka, 2 points. That one goes. Ibaka's got 4 points in the quarter.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Korkmaz. He's guarded by Davis. Harris inside the line. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Three-pointer, Lowry. Rebound by the 76ers.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Lowry against Richardson. Here's Embiid. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here.
And let's take a look now at Joel Embiid's numbers. This last month, he's been positively spectacular, averaging around 26 points per, 12 rebounds, and 3 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others. Another in the long line of big men who can drain the three. That makes him a very tough cover.
Outside Lowry. Pass to Anunoby. Dishes to Davis. And the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
On defense, Philadelphia. With the floater, Lowry's shot is good. Lowry's got 8 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Kicks to Horford. Now the pass to Thibault. Left block shot on the way. Here's Embiid, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
The size, the timing of Ibaka, tailor-made for protecting the rim.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Passes it to Davis. Now the dish to Ibaka. Feeds to Lowry. Misses off the left iron. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the 76ers. They trail by 1. And the dunk by Embiid.
And all that Embiid needs really is positioning inside. I mean, once he has it, you know he's dunking.
Outside, Davis. Pass to Lowry. Shoots the three. That one doesn't drop. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Now here is Harris. He's covered closely. Embiid against Ibaka. Embiid, the pass to Thibault. 5 to shoot. Horford. They shoot again. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Anunoby's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Lowry has it in the corner. Trying to get open is Ibaka. And it's Kyle Lowry with the 3. Lowry's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's Lowry's shot right there. Always looking to capitalize from that range.
Embiid dishes to Harris. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And Horford wide open. He shoots. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Anunoby kicks to Lowry. Pass to Ibaka. Davis with it. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Davis has got 7 points.
His field goal percentage is creeping up there now. I mean, it wasn't pretty in the first quarter.
Richardson finds Harris. Snatched away. Now Ibaka. 23 points for him the last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Harris. Richardson with it. 29 points for him last game against Boston.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. I mean, he kept everybody else in the loop. His passing was tremendous.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Harris from the arc. He makes that one drop, only a second in 5 tries.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
And the Raptors call time here.
Yeah, he went from not even playing basketball to the number 3 pick in a matter of just 4 years. As Joel Embiid puts it, his life is a movie.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Boucher is checked in. Johnson comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Thomas checked in for Davis. And McCaw is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Then for the 76ers, Scotty's checked in for Horford. Ennis comes in for Tobias Harris. And Simmons subbed in for Richardson. And the rejection by Embiid. 1:33 left now here in the second. Here's Thibault. He's got 5. Outside, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Oh, the physicality of Simmons on display, showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
McCaw kicks to Thomas. The pass to McCaw. Ibaka outside. Outside Thomas. And Embiid with the block.
Stalwart on the defensive end. Embiid is superb at making.
Whoa, what a finish!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now.
The versatility of Simmons astounding, amazing. impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
Ibaka against Embiid. Got a piece of it. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game. And Simmons slams it in.
Playing to his strengths on the offensive end. Simmons, I mean, an added bonus whenever he catches fire.
Here's McCall. 8 points for him. To the paint. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Raptors trail by 7. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for Toronto right now, McCaw is out there with Anunoby. Then there's Lowry. Then there's Davis. And it's Ibaka in at the center, filling out the middle.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
They came out the locker room refreshed. I mean, they've been the stronger team since halftime, no doubt.
The shot by Lowry, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Lowry against Simmons. To the middle. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Here's Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
So agile, Ibaka, able to quickly come up and set the screen, then quickly rolls into position for the score.
Here's Richardson. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Lowry passes to McCaw. Back to Lowry. The 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Lowry against Simmons. Out to Harris. 6 to shoot. Toronto grabs the miss. Anunoby's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Oh, that's their first shot of the half that hasn't found their mark. It's been a good start for them.
Here's Lowry. That one goes. Count it. Lowry's got 13 points.
And what a take from Lowry, using that quickness to just blaze to the rim.
Simmons against Lowry. And Harris wide open. He shoots. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 5 assists in the game. Outside Lowry. He kicks to Ibaka. Outside Davis. Passes it to McCaw. Over Harris. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. 10 points for him. Philadelphia leading by 10. With the teardrop, and it's good on the layup.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Toronto, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Here's McCaw. Some solid defense from Harris.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's Simmons, that time on the assist by Harris. Simmons got the lead up to 14 now for Philadelphia. Davis surveying the floor. Puts it up from 12, and it's blocked by Simmons.
Oh, such a smart defensive player. He knows how to use his reach to alter shots.
Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Now here's Davis. He's got 7 outside Lowry. He feeds it to Ibaka. Good work defensively by Horford.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and gotten the perfect position to alter the shot.
Toronto calls timeout. Well, we knew that Korkmaz comes in for Al Horford. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Toronto. It's a 16-point game. Outside Lowry. Launches a 3. Ibaka. The shot that time, not on target. 76ers have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Here's Richardson. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Richardson's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass. He's been cold, and it's been hurting him. The D, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it. He does all the little things. He does the big things. He's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Lowry against Simmons. Lowry drives in. A wide open look here for Ibaka. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. 9 points for Serge Ibaka.
And not entering the league as a natural catch-and-shoot guy, Ibaka certainly has developed this part of his game.
Davis against Richardson.
And how about the numbers here for Tobias Harris? Averaging about 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? You can watch it on your phone. It's so many better and different ways now. Before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, you got your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
From downtown, that's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Lowry against Simmons. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Anunoby. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Boucher. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Here's Lowry. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got 5 rebounds tonight.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Richardson outside. Pass to O'Quinn. And there's the feed to Harris. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. In fourth, the Raptors.
really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
That's good from Harris.
I mean, look, every year Harris looks more confident. He goes through stretches where he can dominate.
Some changes for Toronto. Johnson, he's checked in for Anunoby, and Thomas subbed in for Davis. Scotty's checked in for the 76ers. James Ennis comes in for Simmons. And Harris drops them both. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Raptors.
Timeout, timeout.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And the Raptors call time here.
And the lack of rim, exceptional. 4th in assists, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint. And the pass to Boucher. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
And here's Lowry. He's got 13. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Scott.
And they're not creating as many open looks now as they did in the first half. They've got to get sharper at the offensive end if they hope to bounce back in this game.
Toronto's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Outside Lowry. Back to Thomas, trying to get something going. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Thomas got 10 points in the game. Philadelphia leading by 23. Harris dishes to Richardson. Thomas against Harris. And it's Ennis, top of the key. Richardson outside. From deep. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Matisse. Thibault.
Raptors shooting 41% for the game. Thomas passes to Johnson. Knocked loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. And we've got a moment now to check out the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is sitting as things begin to settle down just a bit through the midway point of the season. Taking a look at Toronto. They're 4th in the conference and looking to make a move the latter part of the season. And, of course, the 76ers right on their tail, vying to move up and take over if they get the chance.
And for the Raptors, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Yeah, they'll be there in the playoffs. I'm sure of that. It's just a matter of how high they'll be seeded.
A nice shot by Harris.
I mean, he's been terrific from the field so far this half. I mean, driving his percentage through the roof.
Outside Lowry. Clock at 6. Outside Thomas. Over Ennis. Off the left rim and out. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Philadelphia. Thibault. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. And he ends up missing both free throws. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Toronto. Lowry against Richardson. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Now here's Thomas. Now Lowry. He's got 13. It's deflected, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And Philadelphia making a change here. Horford's checked in. Lowry against Richardson. That's tipped. Pass to Ennis. 1:24 left to play here in the third. Feeds it to Thomas. And he lays it straight in. Thomas got 12.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Ennis passes to Thibault. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Thibault's got his third bucket of the night.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. There's Hollis Jefferson. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That matchup falls in the middle game of this three-game trip.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Knocks down the three ball. 16 points for Kyle Lowry.
He logs his first three of the second half after nailing two in the first. They don't want to let this fella get going.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the third quarter. 5 on the clock. Here's Thibault. And the shot goes in. He's got 9.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Just a dream scenario for them so far. Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Taking a look at the 76ers. Scott is out there with Ennis. And it's Neto in at the 1 spot. Scott the pass to Neto. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
One shot.
And the NBA is seeming to be at the crossroads of sports and fashion and crisp music. Do you think it's always been
Kevin.
This interwoven?
Oh, Kevin, please. You see the outfits they're wearing now? Now I got to be like the old fuddy-duddy, the old guy. Oh, my goodness. Guys are basically coming into the game like, did you turn on the lights before you got dressed in your closet? I mean, I know it's fashion. I'm not speaking about any one guy, but wow. I'm telling you, they've taken fashion to another level. And even though I joke about it, it's always fun anticipating what type of outfit I'm going to see guys walk in. Especially, I mean, come on. I love their games, and then I look and I say, wow. They have to be confident on the court because they wore that to the game today. They're confident in life all around.
Overall, right.
Yeah.
Philadelphia ball.
So it's Philadelphia now.
What hustle from Johnson on defense. He does his best to make life difficult for whoever he is assigned to.
And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Pass to Bolden. Here's Ennis. Shot clock at 6. For the 3. Hands it from downtown. Ennis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
It's blocked. And now Philadelphia on the break. Thibault can't get it to go. And the Raptors shooting 40% from the field. Here's Pons. And no good. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Neto surveying the floor. Here's Scott. And the layup's good off the glass. Scott's got his first points of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Right side, Thomas. Out to the right wing. Here's Pons. Money from the wing. Pons got his first points of the game.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
There's the pass to Thibault. Over Miller. The rebound by Johnson. The Raptors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Yep, that one goes in there.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Passes it to Bolden. Here's Thibault. He's guarded by Johnson. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. And the NBA 2K League, C-Web, the first e-sport operated by a U.S. pro sport. And it's quickly growing. Do you throw down on the sticks?
Yeah, just a little announcement to all the GMs in the 2K League. I am available. I'm a free agent. I'm ready to go. I'm nice on the sticks. I can play career mode, team mode, one-on-one mode. Whatever you need from me, I am ready to go. But I love it, man. It's great to see people who love this game, whether it's virtual or real life. It's hoops, baby.
So much fun. The Raptors have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Ibaka, no luck.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Here's Neto. The second chance effort. Goes up again. Bolden, good.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And the 76ers making a change here.
Thomas. Shooting 1.
Shooting 1.
Two-time NBA champion Michael Thompson says the arm muscles, Chris, on today's players don't measure up with what they used to be. Is that even important?
You know what? He's right, but I don't know how important that is unless, you just want to bring the gun show to the games and then pull out the arms and the curls and say, check out these muscles. But now I think, it's a lot different. And make no mistake, even though that is a true comment, the players of today are much more athletic than his day and my day. And I think that's because of technology. They understand core strength. They understand dieting. They understand rest. They're privy to so much information that we didn't have. But no more curls. It doesn't seem like there are any more Karl Malone 24-inch pythons, brother, out there in any of these games.
Here's Pons. Burke covering. In the corner, Ibaka with it. Uncovered. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
And for a big guy who came into the league fairly raw, Ibaka's jump shot now looks second nature.
Back to Burke. Again, Philadelphia.
Yeah, and you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Outside Thomas. Pass to Pond. He dishes it to Ibaka. And Chris, whether it's KD or Kyrie, we've seen stars grow irritated with constant questions about their free agent destinations.
I would just suggest to them to go back in time. Nothing's new under the sun. Watch guys like Shaq, like myself, other guys that were free agents. It's a time to talk about it, and it's a time not to. And you can even speak about your impending free agency without insulting the fans where you're playing and without guessing of maybe where you will go next year. I just think that, guys just need to be a little more sensitive with it. Fans really want to know, and if the media is going to ask you the question, you got to figure a way how to handle that out delicately.
Well said.
One of the best free throw shooting bigs in the league, but that wasn't always the case for Ibaka. He has put in a ton of work.
And both free throws good for Serge Ibaka. So it's Philadelphia now. Pass to O'Quinn. Burke looking over the floor. Here's the teardrop. The shot, no good. And so Miller will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Outside Thomas. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Toronto ball.
Six to shoot. And again, Toronto no up. Philadelphia's gone 6 of 14 with the three ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Neto, the pass to Burke. Here's Korkmaz. Burke with it. Over Thomas. The shot off that time, so the Raptors will take it the other way. Miller, right side. O'Quinn defending. Ibaka, the pass to Pons. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. O'Quinn's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Korkmaz, covered by Miller. And it's in there.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
And here are the Raptors now.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Hey, Chris, for some guys, playing in their hometown is a dream. But there's also that added pressure, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, at least when you play away from home, it's a little more quiet. You don't have to get as many tickets for the game. When I got a chance to play home in Detroit, it was one of the best moments of my life. And I thought to myself, this is a wonderful feeling, but could I have handled it for 15 years of my career? I don't know. That's 30 tickets a game. Oh, I probably would have to go back into the NBA again just to pay for those tickets. But I tell you what, it's fun. And for me, a mama's boy, eating your mama's cooking before a game, it is never, ever. I've never had a better feeling before a game than eating her food and being able to go out and play.
I bet. Burke with it. Thomas is on him. Burke can't get it to go.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. The Raptors making a switch here. Johnson's checked in.
Shooting one.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
The 76ers have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Neto, the pass to Burke. C-Webb, if we lower the draft age back to 18, the league will take a larger role developing high school players. Your thoughts?
Well, I think I think it could be a safety net. You know, so many kids are vulnerable at this time, and they don't have a system, and that's why everything's kind of been messed up for players trying to figure out what is the correct system. How do I really get immersed? I want to be in the NBA. What is the right way? And I think the younger you are, the more direction that you have, it can only turn out to be a safer process, I would hope.
And getting better pro-level training, too, coaching.
Yeah, pro-level training, pro-level knowledge, pro-level relationships. I think it's a great thing by the league.
That free throw good from Miller. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Philadelphia's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Shooting for Philadelphia, Corcoran. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Korkmaz. Chris, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think is adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys, and so you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports, and use them in business. So in business, I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it, get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings, and be the last one that leaves, and just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice too.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Here's Burke. Bolden passes to O'Quinn, and the rejection by Ibaka. Burke. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Here's Johnson, and there it is for him.
Even when the D is roughing Johnson up just a little bit, he still finishes the job in style. I love seeing him muscle through these challenges.
The pass to Burke. C-Webb, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game, and that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game, and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Ibaka. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got 6 rebounds in the game. We've got 1:48 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Pons. Miller up on top. Bolden pulls it in. Bolden's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
4th team foul.
Philadelphia's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the 76ers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Ben Simmons.
Oh, man, anticipation, instincts, energy, all his tools were on display tonight as he lit the place up.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
Pass to Ibaka. To the inside. Here's Pons. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
At the line for your Raptors, Pons. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. That one is no good. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Burke the pass to Neto. Pass to O'Quinn. Dishes it to Burke. Shot clock at 5. Offline with his 3. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This one was over well before